G'day, champions. Let me know if there's any issues. As usual, you know your job. Can't do this by myself. What are we doing? It's been ages since the live stream, eh? Should have cleared my throat first. Partially testing this Rode Wireless Go 2, figure out what the hell's going on with it. It starts to go wobbly, like, you know when you've got a bubble in your throat and it sort of like rattles in your throat while you're talking. It's good for a while, and then it starts doing that shit. It sounds like flutter, like back in the days of you know, tape cassette decks and that, where your rubber gets shit stuck on the capstan roller. So it sounds like that. Because hey, it's 2024. We can't expect products to work as advertised, you know, even if they do cost like $450. So I'm trying to get to the bottom of that. There seems to be an issue with the background noise, like hum and stuff, being injected via whatever device you're plugging the Rode Wireless Go into, injecting noise back into the signal stream. Blows my mind that they can do what they do, but yeah, there's an issue with it, and I've got to get to the bottom of what it is. So if my voice starts to go a bit wobbly, let me know, because that means it's doing it. And what I will do eventually to pin it down and do a video on it is feed a sine wave into the input of the transmitter and see what signal we get on the output, because a sine wave should really show up that effect a lot. So yeah, it could be a noise thing. It seemed to be okay when the transmitter is like right next to the receiver. But I'll watch this back later and see when it starts, because it starts off fine and then it starts doing it later. Happy days. But anyway, besides that, it's a fantastic unit. You just can't clip the fucking thing. Ha! See, you can't clip it. No, DJI is worse. DJI doesn't have 32-bit as far as I can tell. Hey, what? His comment disappeared. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Now sit down, get your books out. Morning, Dad. Yeah. Got me coffee. That's the important part. So I've got some compression on it. And I tested it, did a video before. Should have got the DJI. There he is. He posted from the wrong account. You posted from your flamer. From your burner. No. Fuck DJI. No. They're just as good as each other. Stop with the brand loyalty shit. I think the DJI, yeah, it's probably got, it probably doesn't have that issue, but it's probably got other issues, you know. Everything's got some Achilles heel. There's no perfect product out there. Every single product has some Achilles heel that just makes it borderline not worth buying. But anyway, we'll work around it, won't we? I could plug straight in. That's the easiest thing. I could go. Speaking of products on the way out, the old long-suffering, full of sawdust panty boy overhead cam is starting to not like auto-focusing. You got to restart it a few times. I could have just used this. I'm an Audio Technica simp. Apple makes the perfect product. Yeah, sure. This little unit here allows me to just plug the headset straight into the front of the Rode. The Motu interface I've got just under the bench here. So yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Feed it phantom power, but you're tethered to the unit then. But that's not bad, because usually when I'm going to take a piss or anything, I'm muting yours anyway. So you want perfect. Oh, here's the part where everyone says that they have a perfect product, but it's not, because there's no perfect product. I just said that. Sure Accient Digital. Okay, what's that? Sure Accient Digital. Accient. Let's see how perfect this product is. Sure Accient Digital. $8,155 for a receiver. A single two channel receiver. $81.55. fuck. Sorry, bro. I don't know who. That's like Taylor Swift shit. Yeah, nah. I can't believe Taramara Music has them, and no, contact us for price, so they don't have it in stock. Because you could stock to... See, this is the thing. If you were going to shoplift someone, if you were going to go and break in and steal something, the smart guys would be able to take one box under their arm and run off, but the dumb guys will grab like 6 Mexican Fenders and, you know, not even be able to run with them. Perfection doesn't come cheap. I guarantee that product has an issue that makes it not perfect. Perfect product, Dunlop 88 pick. Except I use 73 now, so... What can I tell you? Get a couple of baked bean cans. She'll be right. How you going, Alex? Hello, everyone, by the way. So one of my lights blew up. And to get back into... You know, to get my mojo back, I feel like I feel a bit odd having the camera on because it's been sort of too busy to do anything. It still is, but I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, I haven't been live streaming or making any videos recently because just been too busy, champions. It's been hectic. You do 2, 3 repair jobs and 6 or 7 come in. You answer 1 email, and in the time you spent answering that email, another 4 have come in. So it's just been hair straight back, you know. Well, now I do have hair on my beard. Yeah, I think that's the case, Ted. This thing went pop. I was probably expecting a bit much from it. I was using it as a work light, full on. And I heard a pop, and I turned around, the light's not on. I'm like, hang on, didn't I turn that light on? And, yeah. She cut out on me. So I dare say this is going to be a power supply issue. And it gives us an opportunity to have a look inside this little choo-choo and see how they're built. Am I missing a screw? I didn't have a screw this morning. Maybe take that off. No. This is the part where we play dumb guy. I'm really good at that part. Brute force? No. Is there a clip? It's coming up this way. Can I see anything? 2 screw holes. Ah, you cheeky little buggers. I can see 2 little... Probably can't make it out there. I open the clamshell. Peel open the toasted sandwich. And there's 2 little posts just under the Guangdong Nungguang sticker. So I've got to peel this sticker up a little bit because I dare say there's 2 screws. Yeah, I think I can feel them under that sticker. Hiding away under that sticker. Sneaky, sneaky. So this is where old Brad would have just ripped the thing apart. New improved Brad. Model, you know, version 1.4. He's a little bit more careful and considerate about these things. Sometimes. Where's my palette knife? Where's my hammer? I didn't take it home, did I? Really sucks having 2 workshops. There it is. Sucks having 2 workshops because you end up either owning 2 of everything or taking stuff back and forth and forgetting you took it back. Blah, 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 blah. I think we're in like Flynn. So this is a Nan light. It's only for lighting your Nan. 2 screw holes. Yeah, you sneaky buggers. It's a video light. That's too fat. The problem with these electrician screwdrivers is they've got that sheath around them, which often makes them too big, you know. Story of my life. To get in the hole. So I'll grab my normal one. So yeah, this is one of my video lights. I've got the same one up on me now, but it runs at about 20% in that application. But when I was using it as a work light over on that bench, I was running it flat out. Flat tack. And she didn't like that on a warm day. Clearly, there's no significant heat sinking because there's no fan in the back of it. I guess being a video light, they don't want to have background noise, do they? So, oh, you like my innuendo, do you, Alex? Oh, there's a bug in it. Maybe it was just a bug in the system. That'd be cool. One of my flat 1212 light emotion lights, you know, the coloured lights in the background. They're like wash lights. I'd point them at the guitars, make them look fancy. One of them's taking a shit too. Okay. Well, there's a termite in there. So what shit the bed? Looks like the lowest of low quality power supplies. I'm only looking at the surface mount stuff on this side, all the through-hole stuff's on the other. Alright, let's remove this one. Let's see if something's gone bang on the other side. Because I did hear a bang, and it did smell like burnt electronics. You know that. Hard to describe. I think it's mainly burning epoxy, so usually vaporizing casing of some semiconductor. LED and driver, not uncommon to find a white tail or other bug in between a regulator or bridge rectifier. White tail. Yeah, we don't get that many of them here. I think they're more common down south. Down in Mexico. Okay, we've got a vaporized fuse. So that was probably the audio pop that I heard. The audible pop that I heard. So we don't have a schematic for this thing, of course. So let's start checking some semiconductors. It looks like a single-ended switch mode power supply with regulator. What is that? Can't see it. Got two MK23A8 on a FQD2, and it's hard to make out. They look like two FETs. That's why we got FETs on the output. You can see someone's gone in there and touched up stuff. Start checking the semis for shorts. Got a couple of shotkeys there that will probably do the job if it's on the secondary side. Oh, it helps if you're in diode mode. 0.285 drop, 0.284 drop, so they're shotkeys. .5 standard silicon. Oop. 0.5. Just testing the forward voltage drop of these diodes, and also in the process checking if they're shorted. No biggie. Let's check the bridge rectifier. Trying to make everything out. It's got a layer of shmoo on it. Okay, no shorts in the bridge rack. What are these little fetties doing? Come on, play the game. No shorts there. Itchy nose. But she's blown that fuse wide open. Let's check the whatever those three pin packages are. What the fuck? Where are the pins? Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, that was just a cap charging. I see a lot of people testing solid state stuff, and they'll be across like the output transistors or something, and they'll be panicking thinking they've got a short, but they just don't hold the meter there long enough for the caps to charge. Necrotizing fasciitis. That's a bit of a myth there, Paul. They can if you're a filthy fuck and you just don't disinfect the wound, but it's not actually the whitetail that causes that. It's just path for infection. But yeah, they can, technically, but so can cutting your hand with a screwdriver. Hey Brad, thought experiment. How would you tell tubers? How would you tell? I guess you're not talking to potatoes, so how would you tell a YouTuber how to do an amp review? A recent YouTuber said, we don't take guitars apart before we buy them. Why would we take an amp apart? I just ignore them, Clyde. Don't tell them how to do anything. They can figure it out themselves. Do you really think that you telling them how to do a review is going to end positively? Don't think so. Just go, just send them to the EEV blog. Don't turn it on, take it apart. That's Dave Jones' mantra. So what the hell blew that fuse then? Should we just feed it more fuses? It's tempting. That cap's not shorted. No. Mob's not shorted. It's gone bang hard though. It's actually got Rubicon caps, which is impressive. What are these little choochers? There's two little ICs down here. I don't know, it's hard to tell what everything is without a schematic. Oop. What's that across? Ah, I can't read anything. Trav, how you going, legend? Say Phil McKnight asks you how he should do it. I'd say, what the fuck do I know, Phil McKnight? You got like 5 billion subscribers. You just keep doing whatever you're doing. Who cares? Each to their own. Hey, I'm not telling other YouTubers how they should act. Otherwise, they can tell me how to act. And I don't like that. It's becoming evident that everyone's getting on the train, though. There's a lot of new channels popping up. It's sort of like, doesn't matter if they're good or bad now. It's just sort of like everyone does it. So I'm just a bit less interested because everyone and his dog's got a channel now. It's like, sort of makes it less special, don't you think? Less special. As special as I am. Just like every day there's another guitar repair channel. It just makes me realize what I'm doing isn't that particularly interesting or challenging. So I've either got to make the videos very interesting and challenging, which means a lot of time dedicated, or stop doing them altogether because everyone and their dog's doing the same shit. And are you really going to watch, 10 different videos on how to do a refrat? Like, it's a bit boring, isn't it? Send you some pictures to take a look at, not amp related though. Ooh, hope it's above the waist there, Alex. What's the comp with the heat sink? The comp with the heat sink. Comp? What? Can you be clearer? Heat sink just above the inductor. The comp with the heat sink. Are you talking these? I just tested them. G'day Mark, how you going, legend? Well, these are those annoying pigtail fuses, so that's got to come out. I don't have any of them in stock, I don't think. Oh, component. That's, I don't know, I can't see the labels there, but they're not shorted, whatever they are. One would be the primary drive FET. That'd be the one that does the, you know, the switchy on offy, and the other one, I don't know, could be a regulator. We're flying blind, champions. Oh, my mustache hair is going right up my nose. Let's widen out that thing a bit so you're not just staring at my stupid head. Just got, oh, Trav, you did the course. I just got back from Bruce Egnator's amp design course, and now I'm flying high with new ideas and to prototype. Good stuff, Trav. What amp did you build? Is it the standard E3 or whatever he calls it? You could modify that amp. I mean, it's got a PCB, a really nice PCB. Bruce makes some world-class amps. Problem with Bruce is he sort of sold his licensing rights, and his reputation took a big hit because he sold it to some of the cheapest amps made in the world. But he doesn't make Egnator amps. Like, people get up him for it. He doesn't build them. He just gave them the schematic and licensed his name. But I guess when you license your name, you take on that responsibility, don't you? And that's the trade-off. You didn't build one. I was a teaching-only class. Shit. So did he have like an amp there that he was demonstrating stuff with, like, or was it all just theory on the board? All just theory and discussion, right? Huh. I'd really like to see the way he laid that lesson out, because knowing shit's one thing, but knowing how to teach it's another fucking ball game entirely. I love Bruce. He's a legend. Brucey boy. I think he's aware of me, but I think he takes me with a grain of salt, because I'm never really 100% serious ever, and sometimes people don't like that. But anyway, you can't please everyone, eh? You can't even please the minority. Yeah, I think, yeah, we're not Facebook friends, but we've got lots of mutual friends, and I offer words of encouragement whenever people ask about his amps and his course, because it seems very good. And I hope he carries on doing it for a long time. Alright, what are you? Time to get out the loop. Bruce's theory only class would be brilliant. Yeah. Yes, he did have an amp too with a bunch of different design choices. Yeah, mad. So he's got like a test bed. You know who else made something insane like that? Was Paco Casanova Solutions. You've probably seen him on some of the groups. I think he's retracted from a lot of them now because there's a lot of shit talking on them that he didn't like. He takes life very seriously, the old Paco. I think you'd have to be very close with him to have a solid, good old-fashioned joke. But he made a tweakerator, he called it. So it's basically everything in a box, and then you could change like everything, like the coupling caps, the bypass caps, the biasing resistors for each stage. You could switch in and out like sections, like you could have a cathode follower driven tone stack or a plate driven tone stack. He used it as a way to establish, okay, you want an amp, what amp do you want? And sure, you'd be able to make the thing sound like ass super easy, because it's a piece of test equipment more than a playable amplifier. But it allowed him to figure out what configuration amp you want in order to determine what schematic he would build your amp to, right? So that was really cool. I really like that idea. Being able to completely change the architecture of an amplifier to figure out, what do you want? What do you want, champion? What do you want? Sit down and play it. Okay, you want a little bit less bass before the overdrive stage. Let's do it. Let's change that coupling cap. Let's change the bypassing of the first stage, blah, 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 blah. And Yeah, well, that was a very cool preamp designing tool. I think it's on the bit of a back burner with him now. Which brings me to, I'm thinking about starting a ongoing segment. Let's do segments called the back burner, where I'll have a project that I'll just nibble away at whenever I've got time, and it'll go in the playlist called hashtag the back burner. Because pretty much every project's like that around here at the moment, because I forget to do video. How do you know the good egnators from the bad ones? Well, the bad ones are made in China and they're cheap. And the good ones are made in America and they're not cheap. We went in a deep dive on load lines for the plate and cathode resistors because I was curious. Yeah, that's something a lot of designers don't do or even know how to do. I'm hesitant because it's time consuming. But yeah, it's stuff you need to know. You had that for a class, 3 different tone stacks, mad. Choke first resistor, yeah, sweet. Cathode, bypass cap values, different coupling caps, that's fucking awesome. So it was someone sitting there, like, did he let you play through it and change shit and then play through it and change shit? That's pretty awesome. Different filter cap values, yeah, nice. Just replace the PT and it's a good egnator. Yeah, I mean, they're fine. It's not, like, they knew where the corners could be cut. But then they went one step extra and started cutting corners on the transformer, and the transformers would go short circuit. So companies like Mercury Magnetic started making direct replacements, which are fucking expensive, but they're very good. And he did things like be able to mix between 2 different pairs of output valve types and stuff. Things that, you know, you can often switch that on other amps, but you can't have a continuously variable thing. He's a very smart man, the old Bruce, and he's not afraid to buck tradition too. So, yeah, the Chinese ones are okay. Yeah, sorry, Alex. The weak spot in the Chinese ones is the transformers. They are very complex amps, though, and probably not for the faint-hearted. If you're going to get an amp to just do as a project, like restore as a project, they're not the easiest to work on, just by the construction. Lots of interconnects, that kind of thing. Hey. He said that he only did that because Mesa had a patent. Oh, right. So he had to make it continuously variable. So Randy didn't try and finger him. Randy by name, Randy by nature. Picked up Rebel 20 and a matching cab for $200. Just recapped and it sounds good to me. Crappy Chinese sick on. More of a gimmick. Let's not talk about the Alchemist. Yeah. You got it out the door though, didn't you, Alex? You're not still fucking sweating on it, are you? Oh yeah, turn on the soldering iron. What about that? Now I've got a burnt tip. Lead-free solder. Works fine the first time, second time it's a pain in the ass. So is my voice wobbly yet? If I just go, does it go? Oh, I just got picked up the wrong thing. So what have we got on the bench today? I've got to reverse engineer a divided by 13. I'm going to do a video on that. I got permission off the owner, as long as I give him a schematic. I've got a Cornford Roadhouse, which just looks like an orange inside. I finished that 1959 SLP from the previous video. Modified it, so essentially you plug into 2 jacks, you got the normal channel, you plug into the other jack, you got a master volume and the 2203. It's literally a 2203 channel. So he's got his overdrive there, and he can foot switch with an AB box. But he inquired about making it foot switchable, but I said we can, but then we'd have to make a board and a power supply and put relays in it, and you're talking another significant amount of time and some developmental costs. Put the mental in developmental. So we'll have to discuss that with him if he wants to do that. We'll have to do it at a later date. I've got a AVT100 just came in, and SVT7 Pro just came in. Bunch of hi-fi amps which I'm going to reject because the part costs more than the value of the amplifier. So in the bin they go. PA amplifier from Samick, which has just got dry joints but needs a service. Deluxe reverb. How's my deluxe reverb type amp coming? I just received the board for that the other day. I needed a really long turret board for that. And no one makes them over 300mm, so I found someone in China that makes huge fucking things, which they assure me do not contain asbestos. So when a Chinese company assures you with no prompting that it does not contain asbestos, it's going to have asbestos. So that's 3mm turret board. I've got the layout. Courtesy of my man Lyle, he shared some little files together, so I'm going to tweak that to my taste and make a turret. And then if I'm happy with that, I'll use that as a bit of a platform for making a PCB, so we can retrofit all the fuck tone masters that come in. So you want a real amp, bro? I feel like I have dry joints these days and need a service. Well, if you got dry joints, mate, you're going to have to get a new ounce because that bag's dry. So, talk to your dealer. Smash the like button. Oh, look at Dr. Gear doing the housekeeping for me. What a legend. I got a Crate Vintage Club 20 for $100. Sounds like a Marshall. Sweet. Some of those crates, yeah, they're circuit board construction and stuff like the Hot Rod series. They're pretty close to the Hot Rod series, to be honest. Once you sort out a lot of their bullshit, they're actually pretty solid. DNA board, definitely not asbestos. Should have used two 300mm boards. Yeah, I could have done that, Alex, or I could have just pulled my finger out and done a circuit board. Have I got a delay? Have I got a delay? Looks like I do, but... Bruce said the entire boutique amp distribution got hit with a ransom attack last year and lost a lot of their schematics. Oh, fuck's sake, really? Come on, you've got to have that shit backed up. On like 6 different fucking places, man. This having data in one place or trusting the cloud is fucking horseshit. Don't do it. Like, have it on a hard disk. Have it on a fucking CD-ROM. Like, have you pulled out CD-ROMs from, like, 20 years ago and put them in and they'd fucking work fine? Just chuck shit on a CD, chuck it on a thumb drive, chuck it on and everything. Problem is, then you've got revision control to take care of. So, you got to carefully... I got this from the design... the architecture bullshit, the joinery industry, I'm trying to say. Revision control is fucking important. So you'll be told to change something, and some of these companies, they didn't like the fact that every time I change something, I change the revision number. Be like, oh, it looks like we fucked up. I'm like, well, we did fuck up, right? So admit it. This is now revision B. And they're like, no, make it revision A. And then they send the email version of revision A, the first revision A, so revision, I don't know, A, to the metalworker by accident instead of revision B. And then I'm like, well, fuck. I told you, I can't do more than that. So, revision control is extremely important. If there's a problem and it gets flagged and it gets changed, change that revision number in the file so you don't have to, in the file name. So you don't have to open the file to figure out which revision it is. I'm in sync fine, sweet. So I've delayed my audio by 200 milliseconds. So I'm just seeing the video being 200 milliseconds behind because it's the shitty video thing. If I go to the overhead, it looks like it's about, it might be like 100 behind. But anyway, Yeah, that's why we have revisions. Exactly. Why would you try and cover up the fact that you had to fix something, and now you got 2 revision days out there that are different? That is playing with fire, and it bit them in the ass so many times, and they just never. Too much pride. Too much pride. Yeah. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Do you want to feed it another fuse? It's exploded, so it's not going to fix anything. I wonder if someone's got a schematic floating around. I mean, they sent me a new one under warranty because it blew up when it was like, I don't know, 4 months old. Guess what, champions? Possible severe storms today. I love a storm, me. T2A. So that's a time delay fuse, and she's gone bang. Fave Guitar Solo 2023. I vote for Baroness. Let me find it. Hang on. Baroness Guitar Solo 2023. Oh, my sweet oblivion. Gina Gleason. Yeah. Gina's fantastic guitar playing. Whoop. Pardon me. On the new Baroness album. She plays a telly with a single coil, and she's a fucking rock star. Oh, fuck off with your pop-up shit. There they are. There's the legends. A Ricky and a telly playing metal. Last Word, I think it is. Is that the one? I'll probably get a copyright strike if I play anything. But yeah, check that out. Baroness, Last Word. I think that's the one with the solo. She, it's one of those, it's reminding me a little bit, I know it's weird, but reminding me a little bit of Wilco. Sky Blue Sky, was it? I forget the song, but there's a solo and it starts and it gets more and more and more intense. Like, a lot of people come out of the door with the solo and it's just like they're out to impress in the first measure. But it just built and built and built and just went... and you think that she's hit the peak and then she goes a bit further. It was like, yeah, really listening to that album made me feel like a teenager again. It's great. It gives you that same excitement. Sometimes it can be hard to get excited about music, but Baroness is one of those bands that still get me excited. They're playing stock Fenders. I don't know how stock they are, but yeah, they're single coil. So he often plays a Jazzmaster or a Jag, and she plays the telly mainly. Yeah, she's an amazing player. And she plays like a motherfucker clean as well. On her, follow her Instagram. She does like, you know, shows her practice runs that she does. And she is a teacher as well. I believe she's a guitar teacher. Yeah, 2 minutes late night stuff is a hoot. Not enough diversity in metal. It's getting better, Six. It's getting better every year. It's getting better. Getting so much better all the time. Now I'm going to have a look at this thing and see if I can find any weird shit. Oh, this is awkward to work on. Okay, I might need you to look up some part numbers for me, champions. Leader. Man, that soldering is terrible. Why don't I just unplug it, eh? Fucking retard. Fell in love with Fenders late in life. Well, you know, you got there in the end, eh? Ooh, Oh no, 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 no. Never mind, I got excited, but that's just burned from the fuse. So this fuse actually broke its housing. It's doogie housing. I'm going to pull that connector off the board if I try too hard. Reflow the lot. Nah, that won't fix it. That never fixes anything. Always think it does, but it doesn't. Sometimes it does. Valve states. Just try and get off that Loctite shit. Hey Dad, you still there? I think I left my other light at your place. New Judas Priest is awesome. Alright, I haven't heard it yet. Ah, champions. I'm on high alert because Pearl Jam just released a new song and tour information for Australia, so we're going to that because Michelle is a die-hard Pearl Jam fan. She's been talking about when a Pearl Jam going to tour again for the last bloody 10 years. So we're definitely going to that. And we're definitely getting the they called it they've got like a club called 10 Club Pearl Jam, and if you pay, I don't know, $20 a year or something, you're part of the club. You get early release of tickets and all that stuff. And Kroger, what? Are you saying that Pearl Jam's like Chad Kroger? I don't fucking think so, Jim. What was I going? Oh yeah, so they've got the club. It gives you early release tickets. And they've got the mosh pit down the front, and they call it the Golden Circle. I don't think they realise that's a brand of juice over here. So you get your Golden Circle pineapple juice. I wonder if you get a free pineapple juice when you're part of the Golden Circle. Come on, show me a sign. This is crazy. Something's gone hard short enough to absolutely explode that fuse, and there's no visual sign of it. SS510. They're the shotkeys we tested before, and they're fine. Is that Tin Whiskers? Or just Shmoo? I think it's just Shmoo. Super weird. Let's go Mudhoney and Pearl Jam to tour together in Green River and reunion. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Use a pitch black for bass. Oh, we've got some conversations happening. That's cool. Chat amongst yourselves when I'm staring at shit. Want to send me the lamp you have left there? Left hand. Oh, no. That's cool, Dad. Don't worry about it. Like I say, they sent me another one anyway. I got this one up here as a replacement. Peterson's, yeah, I got a Strobo something. One of the desktop ones. Shit, I've got to open soon. It feels really early still. It's really dark out. Don't tell me the storms are building up already. Not Mark Knopfler. AC30. When reading the AL34, I think you mean 84 data sheet, I go by Class A or Class B specs. I see the AC30 is Class B. Some argue it's Class A. It's not Class A. Class AB. It's Class AB cathode biased. It's not Class A unless it's only Class A if all output valves are conducting all the time. Now this happens in a small region when it's putting out like nothing, but then it switches to Class AB1. Not switches, but you know what I mean. But people just call anything that's cathode bias Class A. I don't understand where that came from. I think it was just a marketing thing that happened in one ad, and then all the other manufacturers copied it, and it's meaningless. You want to bias an AC30 to about 13, 14 watts of valve, which is over the specs, but it's better than the like 16 watts that they come in with. And if you go too far and bias it too cool, the plate voltage goes through the roof, and then you have other issues. So the paint is peeling off my 90s Les Paul. Any suggestions? Well, I don't know. What are you going to do? Respray it? It's peeling off. Just live with it. Is it like soft, Clyde? Is it like you push the paint around with your thumb and it leaves a... there goes the dropout. Oh, okay, so it's making weird noise now. I'll start recording. Testing, 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 testing. Alright, now I'll have a listen to that. Testing, 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 testing. Yeah, it's got like a wobbly sound to it. There's a distortion in the background. Fucking piece of shit. Give me a refund. Knopfler plays Comet 60s. Who knows what Knopfler plays? People always say, oh, Knopfler plays this, Knopfler plays that. He's a fucking millionaire. He plays whatever the fuck he feels like that day. That's like the big thing with the Lazy J. Oh, well, if it's good enough for Joe Bonamassa. Joe Bonamassa has like fucking 500 amps that he never uses. He buys it for the fun of it, and he collects it, puts it in the cupboard. So what does it matter about the performance of the fucking amplifier if Joe Bonamassa has it? Joe Bonamassa would buy anything, and just to have it and put it in the cupboard. Have you got his budget? Oh, well, go buy it then. Still getting blowback from that Lazy J horse shit. Anyway. Watch a video about the AC30 CC2. My CC2 has the exact resistor values and it's stock, but it boils the valves. Same resistor values as what? Before working on it? Man, when you open those new Gibson amps and showed what they really were, freaking awesome. People didn't like that at all. I got a lot of hate from that, like literally death threats. Okay, my address is public. Just come down here and have a chat about it. I'll fucking headbutt you. Whatever. Put your money where your mouth is, you fucking soft cocks. It's just the internet. They're like 15-year-old dickheads on the internet. Who gives a fuck? If we're worried about what they think, you'd never sleep at night, eh? Oh, copyright. I'm just checking for shorts, champions. Checking my shorts. Anywhere and everywhere. Resistors are going to go open circuit. Capacitors are going to short. And the thing with the lead-free solder is often there's like a crust on the outside of the solder joint, so you got to break through that with the multimeter probes, which is a bit annoying. You think you found an open component, but it's just the the hazy, chalky shit on the outside of it. That's a 2 ohm resistor, so we'd expect to see that. That's the primary of the transformer, so we'd expect to see that. Oh, I got one of those hairs just going straight up my nose. I got my beard trimmed just before Christmas, and the hairdresser, every time I go there, there's another bloke. It's like there must be like 20 of them, and I haven't gone through them yet. But he's one of these guys that just talks shit the whole time. It's just like, oh, you're gonna look so good, your missus gonna, you know, buy so good, and then your holidays, and just like, dude, shut up and cut my hair, please. And I said to him, don't cut the mustache, just, you know, I want it to go out sideways. So he goes and just cuts it off. I'm like, for fuck's sake, now it's going to have to grow back. So now it's at that point where it's coming out straight. Did the thing again. Oh, great. I can't really do anything about it now, but I just want to watch back later on and just see, you know. But thanks for the comment, because I can find where it happened by the timestamp with a comment. So yeah, the mustache hair is going straight out like that, and sometimes it goes up my nostril, and other times it goes in and crawls into my mouth. So it's right at that annoying length. If you didn't cut it off, it'd still be fine. Hard to find good help, legends. That's the center pin. We'd expect that to be connected to the heatsink pin. Got 160 ohms there. Or 16 ohms should be 0.4. Okay, why is that 0.4? Because there's an inductor across it. Makes sense. Ooh, I think I've got that chip in stock. OB2 something, 22 something. I shaved my head off. You shaved your beard off, I mean. Actually, bro, great for the not so summer weather we are getting. You guys got a heat wave, didn't you? Yesterday was hot as shit. Oh, how'd you go with the storms there, Alex? You clearly got power. Get your pants off. Scruffy man. How you going, champ? Sorry, I've been too busy to tune in recently. I've just got to get jobs out the door until Japan. Well, I don't know what's wrong with this thing. I'll have to dig deeper later. Move on to the next shit fight. So essentially you've got... That's why you want to send pictures via Messenger. Oh, okay. Is this the storm? Let's have a look. I'm not sharing my screen, am I? Not sharing my porn folder. like some other streamers. Holy Jesus. Let's see if I can save these. Can I show everyone? Oh, fuck. Oh, that's annoying. So was that storm damage? Was that leaking roof? Shit, got plastic down. Tell us the story, Alex. You wanted to be the horse. Don't care, still weird. Solid jumper incoming. What? Use it outdoors. Oh, you jumper this thing. Oh, Knopfler just auctioned off all his famous guitars for buku bucks. What? Was that a charity thing? Feeded a fuse. I don't know, man. She exploded pretty hard. I mean, what's going to happen? We're just going to blow another fuse. But the whole inside of that is metallized. Like, bang. And she actually broke. So, fuses will have what they call a breaking current, which is usually in the order of 100 amps or so. At what amperage the the fuse can no longer contain an arc, and that has actually been exceeded. A little bit of metallization there. It's not sticking, it's coming off, but just goes to show that whatever happened was a pretty high current event, and that could only really be caused by a full-on short. Now, what could have happened is what often happens is you got a shorted FET, and that just delivers like the straight up DC to the primary of the transformer. Or if you got a push pull, it delivers the rail to each other, like pretty much shorted straight through. So yeah, I think something's gone bang in a big way. It's just a matter of finding what has caused it, or perhaps taking a punt on replacing the chip, the gate driver, because she could have a shorted gate drive pin. Now, we're on the primary side. You can see here the circuit's separated by an isolation section through here. This is the secondary over this side. This is the control circuitry for the... Oh. Let's get it in frame. Brad, YouTube. So you can see this is the primary section, switching section. It's got some isolation slots. Here's the secondary section. So you can see over here the secondary windings coming out. Probably a reg. I can't see without removing it. Filtering. And then down here you've got these two little chips. They would be the LED controller chips, right? So this is like the LED controller section. This is the secondary DC power supply section. This is the primary switching section. You could just, you know what's attached to what, right? You've got the little header down here, which is attached to the pots on the back. So that's probably like a proprietary chip that is single purpose for controlling LEDs. And because you've got two types of LEDs, so you got two different colors there. You got like a lighter one and a darker one. So that's the like blue white, and that's like the yellow white, because you can change the color balance. See that shit? I'm Oompa Loompa Town. Or you can go full on, I'm dead to the world, I'm pale, bury me, or somewhere in between. Try and look relatively healthy. Of course, that has to do with white balance in the camera and everything as well. But so that means you've got two channels of LED being controlled, hence the 3 leads here. So yeah, There is a possibility that one of these LEDs has gone short, but generally you probably see some shit stains from that. $270, $270. Alright, so they're common anode. 278, 270, 270. So there's no massive discrepancy there, and you can see one says Y minus and the other one says W minus. So that'll be yellow negative, white negative. It's a cheap Chinese product. You're certain it's not a real shit fuse? Could be a real shit fuse. Does it use an external wall wart or mains connector? It uses a mains connector. It's got a figure 8 thing here. Hence the switch mode power supply. Anyway, I'll worry about this later. It's just a curiosity. That's the main reason I took it apart. See how it functions. See how it chooches. I'll probably fix it. It looks like everything's sort of off the shelfer. That's the one thing I was going to do. Look up that chip. Let's just do a Hail Mary. If we've got this chip in stock, we'll replace it. Frank, how you going, legend? Can I read it? No, I cannot. Bit of alcohol. Bit of alcohol helps me read. Digital potentiometers. Oh, not a good idea in tube amps. Generally, not or valve amps. To be sure, to be sure. New Q-tip. That one's got too much earwax on it. How big was the fuse? T2A. What up? What are we working on today, Frank? OB2269 CP. I think I've got a 2278. Let's have a look at our data. Oh, hang on. I've got to open the shop. Shit. Give me a sec, champions. Oh, fucking hell. Very dire looking day out there. A little bit of sun on the horizon. I think I'll be putting the air conditioning on though. It's not in a good way. Let me just get some shop background music happening so it doesn't feel like walking into an alien atmosphere. So have you heard the new Pearl Jam song? I'm not very impressed, but, you know, it is what it is. Oh, Janelle Monáe. Sorry, when I turn my office computer on, it just shows me the news. It's like my homepage or whatever, and one of our politicians has been asked to take leave because on I think it was Saturday night, someone found him crawling around on his ass on the ground, pissed out of his mind. Old Barnaby up to his old tricks. Sunny as hell anymore. Oh, there you go. Shortening your life. You're working on shortening your life. Okay. You can use a photoelectric FET as a variable resistor or potentiometer. Yeah. High linearity optocouplers that would do the job. Have I ever done a Filmo sound conversion? Fuck that. Why would I do that when I can build a real amp from scratch? So where was I? OB. I'm not big on the conversions. Just build what you want. Yeah, OB 2279. My memory was right. Shit. So what was that one? 22. 69, 2279. So what's the difference? Is it just current? OB 2269. OB 2279. Hang on. Is it surface mount? Data sheet would be nice, but it's probably going to be one of those websites that, here's the data sheet. Oh, no, it's over here. No, it's over here. No, it's over here. Fucking give me the data sheet, you asshole. I'll find you. On bright. Well, she ain't working because she's not on bright. 2269. Highly integrated current mode PWM control IC optimized for high performance, low standard. It's okay, I'm not going to buy one off you anyway. You don't have to give me the marketing spiel. Yeah, man, I hate trying to find data sheets sometimes. When a chip's been out of circulation for a bit, it just gets harder and harder. Alright, so what's the difference between the OB 2269 and 79? Have they got the same pin out? Let's start with that. Gate VDD sense RT. Gate VDD sense RT. Yes, ground, feedback, voltage in. Yep, same pin out. Show me some specs, champions. Here we go. Should share my desk, I guess. Alright, let's get on the same page. Absolute max ratings, 22. Often when you've got similar part numbers like this, it might be like maximum input voltage difference or something. So if you've got a higher rated unit, it may be just fine to use in that position. It could even be something as simple as the operating temperature. That's the same. Sometimes all the suffixes in a part number are to do with things like, yeah, like the operating temperature. One's like for automotive or medical purposes. It's got a lower failure rate, that kind of thing, but it works perfectly fine. In fact, probably better than the stock one. AVP, okay, hang on. Looks like there are some differences in the suffix of this model. No frequency shuffling. Yes, I don't think we've got direct compatibility there. It's tempting to just throw one at it and see what happens. I don't think. No, there's too many differences. Anyway, worry about that one later, eh? That can be a weekend job. Where are my little Ziploc bags gone? That's ominous. Too many drugs. Uh-oh. Customer. While we're fixing lights, let's fix another light. 1 second, champions. We're back, legends. So, g'day Lyle, how you going, legend? I'll just remove the little stands. That gentleman was just after some old, brand posters and stuff for doing artworks. Yeah, give us a call later on, Lyle. I've always got time for you, buddy. Give us a call on your smoke break. Get away, get away! I always wonder if someone walks in and hears me talking to myself. But, you know, they know. They know that I'm a nutcase. Alright, so what have we got here? You know what we've got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Essentially 12 Class D amps. That's basically what it is. Pulse width modulation controllers, one for each channel. So this one started having intermittency, and then one of the channels was just always hard on. So when we look at the front, you've got all those different LEDs. They're all individually controllable, and they've all got, I think, 6 LEDs on each chip. So this is a RGB, white, yellow, UV. I think that was the 6 colors, and you can have a combination of all of them mixed, and all of that's controlled via DMX or by the controller itself, the brain box being that chip there. And then you've got that controlling a bunch of FETs via those diodes there. This is, again, I've got no schematic, I'm just going off how it must work. It must work. Let's zoom in a bit harder. There you go, look at that. Spielberg, isn't that what you called me, Frank? With the brewery video? They know that I'm a nutcase. No, I've got some other phrases in mind for t-shirts and merch, Mark. I gotta do it. It's gonna be merch year. Already representing that's what I reckon. And that's what I reckon. Someone suggested something like just have a surprise face of me, because one of my live streams I fixed, I think it was that Fishman thing where I fixed the Bluetooth, and I just said, holy fuck, I fixed it. That'd be a good one. It's got to have a swear word. Oh, one of my customers, I got two t-shirts in one day. From, like, one of them was just an unsolicited package. Someone, I don't know who sent me this, or if sometimes it's the marketing team themselves will just send, like the marketing company will just send you random shit. So someone sent me this. Let's go to the full screen, hang on. What that'll do is strictly prohibited. This just turned up, and it was from like overseas. Somewhere weird too, I think, like Alaska or something. And then one of my customers just gave us this one the other day. I like this one. Get absolutely fucked. I'm going to wear that around. It's going to be funny. But everyone seems to think I'm an extra large. I'm not, I'm just a large. I must look fatter than I am. I don't know. Anyway, back to work. You got me one of those last week. Is that... Did you send it, Lyle? I couldn't... It didn't have any address. Oh, you got one of those last week. Oh, sorry. I thought you said you got me one of those last week. Yeah, you got one too. So, I don't know if it's just the company sending it, hoping for a shout out. But you got to try harder than that. How you going, Cuckoo? Gee, workshop. How you going? Fixing lead spots. Yep. I certainly am. I know, call me crazy. So anyway, back to this. Picture of me wearing the blue as a hat. Yeah, that blue is blown, by the way. I wouldn't have damaged a good Alnico blue. That's open circuit, that one. XL is the default site. Ah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. We are a pretty fat nation. G'day, Steve. How you going, champ? Going alright. Almost killed myself on the weekend, though, by accident. It's always going to be by accident, isn't it? Freaking bougie diner bar next door with their $20 burgers keeps making onion rings. Making my stomach growl. Onion rings do smell awesome. So anyway, channels is stuck on. So there's some why is that wobbling? One of these FETs or some of these FETs are shorted. Let's find out. Now I don't know the pin out, but we can compare because there's a million other channels to compare with. That's a cap charging. It's like multi-channel amps. If you've got one channel working and one not, well, that gives you a good opportunity to compare. Kampai. Kampai? Ooh. trying to learn Japanese, but it just makes me giggle. How did I almost kill myself? I went outdoors. That's right. Not recommended. So I've been trying to find shortcuts to work because I like walking to work, and it's a long way. It's like 8 kilometers. So there was a trail that looked to me like it was almost a direct route from my house to work. So I thought that's pretty cool. And I thought I'll walk, because if I take the bike and it's not viable, it's a bit harder lugging a bike around. Very, very, very steep, like to the point where it was difficult to walk down. It was almost like a climbing thing. The map doesn't show how steep it is, but it was about 300 meters in elevation different in about 1 kilometer. So about a 3 to 1 gradient, or 1 to 3 I should say. So anyway, got to the bottom. Very difficult, very much difficulty, and there was a massive barbed wire fence that was just people's backyards, and it was really high, and everyone was out with their kids and having barbecues and stuff, so I'm not going to just climb a fence and fucking g'day and walk past them while they're cooking bacon and eggs. And the other side was a massive ravine with extremely thick bush. Now, I don't mind a bit of bush, but when it's that thick, just you got to get the whippersnipper out, champion. And on the other side, there was a cliff, like a 50-meter sheer rocky drop. And it was getting hotter. And I thought, because the route was so direct, I was going to be there in, 20 minutes. So I didn't take water. I didn't have sunscreen on. And, yeah. I got chased by a nest of hornets, which was fun. That helped me get back up the hill. Got to the top, I was dehydrated. Was starting to get lightheaded and dizzy. And yeah, my legs still hurt. Probably could have gone to someone and said, look, I fucked up. I walked the wrong way. The map showed me the wrong way. Can you let us just go out? Because it was literally the couple of streets from work. But too much pride, so I climbed back up the mountain, and I was fucked by the time I got home. Slightly sunstrokey, a little bit sunburnt, very dehydrated, and very tired. So that was fun. That fucked up my Sunday. But anyway, this is the things we do, champions, in Australia. 0.2, 0.2, just checking all the FETs. Yep, there's our culprit. So that's our shorted FET. We've just got to replace that little tutor, and this thing should start behaving itself. Now this is one of those parts you can't get from horses because it's obsolete. I don't know how they're making all these products out of obsolete parts. Like, you'll buy a new mixer from like Mackie or something, and the fucking PSU PWM controller chip's already obsolete. It's like, did you just buy a million of them, or like what? Wouldn't you get something that's not end of life? But what do I know about manufacturing? What do I know about diamonds? I'm a boxing promoter. I guess it would make sense because you probably get a good deal on them and they're end of life. So you only have to make that, you only have to buy enough to make the products that you're planning on making, and then not worry about it. Ooh, you're about to edit together a telly pickup shootout. So much editing. Yeah, I'm fucking over editing. Are you over editing, Lyle? I'm over editing. I've had enough editing. It's part of the reason I haven't been making videos. I'm so fucking sick of editing. Because the ones you put the most effort into and you're so feeling so inspired about, and you're like, oh, this is fantastic. You release it, 200 views. And then the dumb shit that I just cut out of a fucking shit-talking stream, live stream on a Sunday, 10,000 views. So I'm sort of the mind that I'm just going to do live streams and just edit segments out of it. Least amount of work, best returns on investment. It'll make my channel a bit trash though, eh? Alright, so we use some chip removal solder. Can you see it? There you go. There you go, champions. Oh, sticking to everything. Fuck, I'll have to go in here and clean up. Just get my tweezies. Where are they? There they are. Let's remove that connector so I don't burn it. How's my video, Kung Fu Legends? Still good? So this solder melts at a very low melting point. So you put some flux and a bit of that stuff on there and it stays molten for a long time. You can remove multiple pins. Now I've got a bit of a telltale thing here as to why that chip failed. By looking at the chip, they haven't designed the circuit board properly. Thought I heard a customer then, but no. Oh, out of focus. Out of focus. Oh, look at that. I could have gone in further. I thought I hit the limit with the penny boy. See, you go. Don't ask me why you can zoom in past the point of focus, but see, her autofocus is starting to fuck out. Time for a new camera. My live streams rock. Well, thanks. Thanks, Lou. So see the discoloration there, legends? Probably can't actually. Let me just brighten her up a bit. Open. Okay, is that blinding you? See how it's like brown underneath it? That's probably partially because it was shorter, but also, see how there's solder mask under it on that trace? Well, the FET itself, see that pad covers the whole bottom face of the package? That's supposed to be attached to a massive plane as a heat sink, and that will cool the chip down in operation. Now it is like switched, so they're very efficient, but you know, still some heat's generated and you need to get rid of it. So that should have been a whole like ground plane. It should have been had vias going through as well. Actually, it does have two vias, but there's no solder connection there. So what I might do, well, yeah, you'd have to do it to all of them, but it should have a solder pad, the entirety of the solder pad connected to that. Kind of can't do that now, and you could do it to one, and then there's 12 others to worry about. So we'll just go fuck it. I've ordered a strip of a bunch of them. If it happens again in the future, we've got plenty. Just getting off to work. It's good to see me online. Oh, thanks, mate. Have a good day at work, eh, Rob? Don't work too hard, mate. No good for anyone. Yeah, they're buying obsolete parts at reduced price. I dare say that's how it is. You like my recent produced videos? Well, thank you, Lyle. I've got to say you're the inspiration for me doing that when I really don't feel like doing it. I think, what would Lyle do? Let's do that, but 20% is good. Let's throw that one in the bin so I don't get it confused with the new one. Yeah, try not to get too hung up over the views. I just like doing what I like doing, champions. You know, if I tried to force myself to do videos, they wouldn't be very good, I reckon. You can tell when people are forcing it, and you can tell when people are genuinely having fun, and that's what we're doing right now. You think I'm making money doing this? I'm going to have to do some actual work pretty soon, though. Got a bunch of setups to do today. I've got a... see you, Lyle. Yeah, get back to work, you lazy fuck. I'll talk to you later on today. Give us a ring after work, mate. You know where to find me. It's not hot here. We nearly got a foot of heavy wet snow. Snow. Snow's gross. It only snows in like 3 places over here. All those project amps all finished up. The Princeton is. The other 2 are on a stall because I've just got... When I got back from holidays, we had... What? The first day back, like 25 guitars and like 15 amps got dropped off. Fuck. And then the next day there's like 2 mixers and another 5, 6 guitars and 2 or 3 amps. It was just... So just trying to get through all of that and turn them around in a reasonable time frame. There has not been any time for doing any fun projects. It's just been go, 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 go. And by the end of the day, you're that fucked. And then you've got to do paperwork all night. Do your invoicing and your quoting and your ordering and paying bills and doing your reconciliation for tax and replying to emails and messages and phone calls and deleting people from the YouTube comments section and so yeah, it's been hectic. That's why I haven't been doing many videos. But you know, that's just the sort of new norm now, eh? If I wasn't fucking running around like a blue ass fly every day, I'd probably be broke. So it is what it is. Got to go to Japan in a couple of weeks. Fuck. Just, it feels like so long away still, but it's like whenever that happens, 5 minutes later you're at the airport. You watch all my videos, David. What does that tell you about me? Tells me that you're a champion. Ooh, Mr. Blob of solder there. Oh no, that's part of the inductor. Yeah, I cleaned that up. Sweet. Oh, let's test this shooter out. I can blind you with some fucking 200 watt LED. Any good whiskey lately? Yes. Blair Atoll. I think I showed you about that. It's good stuff. It was on special and it's really nice. Suntory Hakushu 12-year-old. I had the Cheetah last night just to try it out. It's a bit of a cheapie, but Japanese whiskey is really overpriced, unfortunately. It's a bit of a fashionable market at the moment. They know they can get what they ask for not particularly well-made whiskey, but yeah, it's all okay. But a lot of Japanese stuff, it's very subtle. A lot of Japanese cuisine in general is about subtlety, not smack you in the face with a fucking big pile of bog peat. You know, you and Six going to Japan at the same time. Yes, we are. We're not going together, but we're going to meet up over there because our timelines intersect. And we're going to have a couple of days together. We're hopefully going to get some tours of factories. Obviously with preference to whoever will let us film. And that will be fantastic if we can do that. I'm going to get rid of my 2 Ronin S gimbals because they're big fucking heavy aluminium things. They're great. Like, they're heavy duty as shit. But I want to get a new lightweight one. The Ronin RS3 or whatever the fuck it is. The super lightweight one that's smaller. 5 minutes later, you're in your 60s. Fuck, man. Like, I'm going to be waking up in Japan. First day we're in Japan on my 40th birthday. I'm turning 40. Just the time goes quicker and quicker. I know all old fucks say that all the time, but it's true. The older you get, the quicker the time goes. It's fucked. I was wondering about that the other day. I think someone asked, like Dr. Carl or someone, why does time seem to go quicker as you get older? It's just because the time that's passing since it's a lesser percentage of your life. Like when you're 4 and you've got to wait from your 4th birthday to your 5th birthday. It seems like forever, because that's like a 5th of your life, yeah? When you're 39 and you're turning 40, that's like 1/40th of your life, so comparatively it doesn't seem as long. Ah, no air. Hang on. There we go. Chooch away. There's no one running the shop. The shop will be closed while I'm away, but my brother is the local attack dog, so if anyone tries to break in, he'll come down here and kneecap him. So my brother lives like a block away from the shop. He's like sort of got a demeanour similar to Tassie Devil, so despite having never been to Tasmania, as far as I'm aware. Alright, there's one more wire I've got to connect to somewhere. Where was it? There it is. It's the ground wire for the controller board. Let's see how this thing chooches now. Just put 2 screws in for now. Never put all the screws back in. That's tempting fate. It's never going to work if you do that. Life math, yeah. Japanese whiskey is more subtle, totally. With a B though, Victor. No offense, still love you. The one Japanese whiskey that really blew me socks off, I mean, they're still not even back on, is Nikka. Everything from Nikka is fantastic. They've got their ultra expensive bottles, like $500 and shit for 500 mils, like $1 a mil. But they've also got the coffee grain and the single grain, I think it's called. And they're really good. They're super unique. Alright, let's let the smoke out, eh? Bing! What mode are we on? And we're good. Ha! You ready to get blinded? So that channel, there was like 3 of them that were always stuck on. Ha! Oh god, can't see anything. So yeah, now they're good. Let's go to UV and see what the camera does. Well, anyway, I'll show you that. So that's... They're on very low. But they're all on. So I think it was those 3 were always stuck like blue, full on or something. So that shorted FET was the problem. So there you go. Troubleshooting without a schematic, just simple analysis of a circuit. This is how they must have done it. So nothing new under the sun, legends. You can fix a lot of shit without schematics. With a bit of simple knowledge of the common electronic... what am I trying to say? Heresy. No. Heretic. No. I don't know. Who gives a shit? Where's my fucking screwdriver? There it is. Right. So we'll stick that back up and shine on you, crazy diamond. Nick, a 17-year-old. Yeah, it's... I don't doubt that it's fantastic, but 17-year-old Japanese whiskey's going to have a price tag that isn't probably going to give you the best return on investment. I generally don't pay more than about $100 for a bottle of whiskey, because above that it's just speculative horse shit. Value for money, legends. I'm not fucking rich. Repair bloody amplifiers for musicians. How the fuck could I be rich? Orange man, that's me. Architecture, that's it. That's the word I was looking for, Jim. You guys can be my real-time thesaurus. What are the cabs made of? Birch, pine, or MDF? What cabs? Are you talking my amps? Birch if it's a modern amplifier. Pine if it's a traditional amplifier. Oh, hang on, you're talking about someone else's amps. JCM 900 cabs. I have two and can't get either to sound good with any speakers, thinking it's a construction itself. JCM 900 cabs. So they'd have G12 T75s in there then, wouldn't they? They're not a great sounding speaker. They do the Akadaka thing, but that's about it. In a Mogwai ran under the bed. Yeah, just trying to remember. JCM, are you talking the 1960A? Nicker from the barrel. Yeah, that's the expensive one though, isn't it? Yeah, Nicker it's just so unique. I've never tasted another, like, you could pick that one out of a lineup, no problem, even if you're inexperienced. And I really like whiskies that have a strong character to them. Not trying to taste like everything else, like fucking Johnny Walker and Chivas Regal. Who the fuck wants that shit? Oh, it's smooth. It's so smooth. I don't want smooth whiskey. I want whiskey that punches me in the throat with character. That's why I married Michelle. We don't fixate on big milestone events like holidays that seem to take ages to come back around. Yeah. True, true, true. Kids fixate on that shit, don't they? You got kids, Frank? Pulled the T75s through in some Chinese V30s, hoping it would be the speakers, but same problem. Yeah, well, V30s aren't exactly the perfect speaker either. Sounds to me like it's not a problem with the cab, man. Sounds to me like it's either speaker choice or there's a problem with the amp. Until you test the amp, give it a proper service, you're sort of flying blind, eh? Oh, from the barrel is the more affordable. I think from the barrel is still like 160 something, 200 bucks. I don't know. Let's do some research, champions. That's what we're here for. Put my pawn away. Nicker. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Fucking. $89. Yeah, but it's a small bottle, isn't it? $89. Yeah, 500. It's about on par with the rest of them. Yeah, it's just a 500ml bottle. I should try that one. Nicker from the barrel. So that'd be cask strength if it's from the barrel, I assume. Full flavours and richness. It's like reading. Oh God, I'm not. 3, 3, 3. I don't know. 1933. Remember me. Algeria. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, it's a 51.4. So yeah, cask strength. Yeah, not really. 90 British proof. They got to be different, don't they? I don't want any cookies. Already had breakfast. No, I didn't. This see, this is what I don't like. So this product does not meet all the criteria of Japanese whiskey defined by Japan Spirits. So, you know, why don't you just do it? Like, no age statement. So you don't really know what you're getting with Japanese whiskey. That's the other problem. I'm not a big fan of the marketing behind it. You know, be more open about your process and your whiskey. Don't hide it. People love it. People love seeing that it's non-chill filtered and non-coloured. So make it non-chill filtered and non-coloured. It's pretty simple. I don't want my whiskey to look fucking like dehydrated piss. I don't care if it's see-through, as long as it tastes good. 6 and 4-year-old boys. Ah, legends. Are they sharing the interest in techie things yet, Frank? It's probably about the age where they start asking questions about stuff. And Dad, why do they call the connectors male and female? Well, when an XLR connector loves another XLR connector very much, stuff some GK12-100s. You just play with some more cabs, bro. Bass sounds farty. Speakers are getting choked. Dunno, man. Try your amp. Try and eliminate what is causing it. Try your amp through other cabs. Try your cabs through other amps. See if you can pin it down to being either the amp or the cab before you go too crazy. Borrow someone's amp. Hire one if you need to. From the barrel came out from... Oh, okay. Bunch of scotch in it. Ah, so it's a blend. Sounds like a JCM900. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, all of that can be modded and stuff, but how much time do you want to spend on a JCM900? Although, they could be the next super valuable amp. Who knows? Oh, God. That one's blinding me. Alright, so I'll show you this. We might have to do some audio fuckery because I've only got so many USB ports on the poor little laptop. So this is the one that came in all fucked up and modded. So I reused one triode where they had the two. It was just ridiculous, the setup they had. I actually traced it out and drew it in the last video. I reused one of the triodes and grounded out the other. So now when you're on... there's a mouse there. When you're on this input, that's your master. And when you're on that input, that's just your traditional normal channel on the 1959. So you got sort of best of both worlds. And that's the master volume for both of them. So you can still get like the normal channel overdrive, which is sort of a little bit more Fendery, I guess. You still got cathode follower clipping there, but it's a little bit more bassy and more warm. A little slightly warmer overdrive, like Clapton-esque, I guess. Whereas the 2203 is just balls to the wall 80s metal. I've done some modifications to it. You might have noticed we've got a 220 there instead of 100k. And what else did I do? I changed the cathode resistor as well to make it a bit more driven. In terms of next good thing, especially with the new boards I designed. Oh, do they go in a 900? Or you can put them anywhere, I guess. You have to move the tube scopes way up. Tube scopes? So what I might do, I might switch from the Rode Wireless. How am I going to do this? Need another USB port, really. Might just lose my overhead cam for a minute. No. Yeah. No. I don't know. Need another USB port. Just one more and it'd be sweet. I need a hub or something. Anyway. Let's just plug it in and have a play. Fuck it. You can deal with the bullshit. One sec. Here's a reminder of how good the sound used to be on this channel. How good is it? That's the overhead. Overhead cam, built-in mic. That used to be my only mic. Now I've got all sorts of toys. Put that there. Put that there. That. Plug in that. Ding. That's on. Turn that off. That one. Mute. There we go. Now, I have to bring up the gain. There we go. Now it's probably going to clip. Hello, hello. Alright, we're at 12 o'clock. Turn off monitor. That's our mic under the bench. That's on the cab. Cab cable's there. I'll put it on my nicer cab, actually. Let's move that out. Turn the cab around a bit. This has got vintage 30s in it. And it's closed back. Baby got back. Closed back. Put it a little bit off to the left there of axis. And I think that's good. Hope no customers come in because they'll get deafened. Grab our cable. 16 ohms. Get our power. Have some old scopes without cases. Zap zap. Oh yeah, those was that those tube scopes you showed? Yeah, sure. Oh sorry, it's very early here. It's 9:52 a.m. Not very early. I normally start streaming at 6. Those scopes were fantastic, man. Instagram the fuck out of those bad boys. Clicker on. Let smoke out. Ah. All right. Any clipping there? In my voice? Yeah, nah. It's just bypassed. Well, it should be bypassed. He doesn't use the effects loop. I offered him to replace that with the LND 151, but he said, he doesn't use it. Whatever. If I want to squeeze a bit more out of my JMP, a bit more low end out of my JMP, messing with the tone stage, just go the resonance mod. Because that gives you some scope to tweak it there, and that gives you like real low end, not just a woofy bass. And it doesn't. It's sort of. It seems like 3 dB because you're not flooding the phase inverter with bottom end then too, and introducing maybe some blocking distortion problems. Yeah, I reckon. Try the resonance first, and you can always take it out pretty easy. It's very easy to install one too. You could maybe, if you want it adjustable, just use one of the speaker jacks because it's right there, right next to it. You can mount the cap straight to it, or just have a preset. Find a value you like temporarily, and then just install that in the amp. Now that amp's just got more bottom end all the time. Am I in focus? Nope. Come on, you bastage. Whatever. Alright, we're good to go, I think. Let's have a listen. I'll turn my headset mic off for a sec. Got the long-suffering baby poo strap. Yeah, there's always someone else's mods to remove. Alright, let's have a listen to this thing. Was that clipping then, guys? I think the compressor's giving me some grief. Let me know if it's clipping. Might just turn the compressor off for a sec. Hang on. All right. Alright, so you're saying you're getting micro pops? Let's have a listen. Battery's dead on the body pack. I just had to turn it back on. Micro pops? Sounds perfect on the recording, so it must be a streaming thing. I can't do anything about the internet, so there's a couple of drop frames. Maybe that's it. Let's just try it with the compressor back on. What I want to know is how come the Rode Wireless Go 2 can operate for like 8 hours with how tiny it is, no problem, and the fucking body pack with like 2 high current AA batteries, high capacity alkalines, runs for like 4 hours and it's dead. Fucking design your electronics better, you cockheads. Yeah, you're listening on headphones and can hear all the little things, but there was no dropouts. I just had to listen and it's fine on the recording, but not on the live streaming. So I'd say that's a problem with the internet connection. Anyway, what do you reckon? Does it sound alright? So that was all preamp distortion there. She's running around probably about 25 watts ish there. That was all preamp, Alex. Fuzz and buzz. Oh, sorry, was that clipping or something there, or you just don't like the tone? That's very bright. I'm waiting till the customer gets here. He's an older bloke, so he probably likes it a bit brighter as your hearing rolls off a bit on the top end. What I've found is the older blokes like real bright amps and the younger blokes like darker amps. By no means a hard and fast rule. Just that's where I start in the ballpark. It's a bit like a guitar setup. You start at a certain setting and then just adjust from there, legends. So we're in the ballpark. I think we might be removing that bright cap on the 2203 channel. She's a little bit harsh. But we might just tweak the value of it too. At the moment, that's a 470p. The stock one was 1000, which just takes your head off. So we'll fine tune that when he gets here to try it out. I'm just going to keep it open while he's here and give it a modification. Yeah, you're hearing the mic off the cab in the room. It sounds like an amp in a room. There's no real way to portray that easily. Change V1 plate. V1 plate is 220k, bro. You want it 150k, so halfway between. Just gonna see how he likes that and then go from there. But let's get a bit of output stage distortion happening. So I'll turn the gain right down so we don't clip fuck out of it. That is loud. It really doesn't translate via the internet how loud that is. Yeah, it sounded like a 220k. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how he likes that. And you got to remember, this was modded to have like 4 gain stages, so he likes a fair bit of saturation. So we're going to start. This is maximum saturation here. So that gives you an idea anyway. Tack a 470 in. Oh, fine, Alex. I'll do what you fucking... What am I, a dancing monkey? I'm going to have to cut this off in a moment, legends. I've got to get to some work. But we'll do this just to shut Alex up. Just joking, mate. 470. Let's check those caps are discharging. Let's be safety Steve and unplug it. Safety Steve. It's 6 volts and dropping. Dropping rapidly, that'll be alright. We don't have a ground reference, so we won't kick off the RCD from, 3 volts. Live stream mods, indeed. Let's try and be quick. We don't want to disturb the solder connections under the board. Tack. Tack. All right. Helps if you plug it in again, eh? Comments are magically disappearing. I don't know, man. No one's deleting anything. Josh Roberts. Don't know. YouTube just does weird shit sometimes. Donatello, how's the sewer treating you? Right, let's see if that's an earth-shattering difference. It clearly didn't make that comment disappear. YouTube might be automatically flagging stuff if you potentially said something that the robot deems offensive. I've got no control over that. Not a hell of a lot of difference, to be honest. Sure, if you did a direct A/B test with the exact same settings, it'd be a slight difference, but it's not night and day. Anyway, just thought I'd give you a look at that one. I'd better get onto this divided by 13, eh? Josh, write another comment. I can't see if your comments are... Just try it again. Just write something innocuous and we'll see if there's a problem. I'll remove that. I'll remove the Alex resistor. YouTube's being weird, yeah. You go looking for solutions and there's no answer to it. Often it's just YouTube being a dick. Fuck YouTube. Well, that got through. We can't be censoring you then. Yeah, I don't censor my channel, as you may have guessed. The only thing I will censor is hate speech. Well, I won't censor it, I'll just kick the fuckwit off that said it. People seem to think that free speech means you're free to say anything you feel like and no consequences. It's never been the case. Talking about Japanese 12-year-old whiskies. Maybe. Pretty sure other channels talk about Japanese 12-year-old whiskies though, and they don't get flagged. Alright, this can go aside. I'm going to do another video on this, just show what I did. I'll probably do that tonight. I can't really do filming. It's a bit of a fuck around actually. Can't really do filming during open hours because you got to set up shit, and inevitably as soon as you've set stuff up, someone walks in, you got to sort of unset it up. This one requires some blocks to come with it. Alright, divided by 13. Is it all you hoped it would be? So this one's in for a mains conversion to 240 volts. Which could be a little bit more complicated than expected because there's another transformer there, but is that across the winding? I could possibly put that back across the winding and use the primary like a voltage divider across it, if you know what I'm saying. Subtle change, but 1 of 100, yeah. Got told we need a new HVAC. Bugger. That sucks. So where was I? Yeah, so this thing, just in for mains conversion, but I said to the customer, do you want a schematic of it? Because he mentioned he didn't have a schematic. Yeah, this customer is a amp modder and works in conjunction with another builder to build amps too. But they also do like impulse modeling and stuff. So I said, look, it's a pretty simple amp. I'll trace it out for you as well. I'm in there, and he was very appreciative. And we'll probably find that there's not a hell of a lot of groundbreaking stuff in this either. It's got the generic silver micas, which I'm not a big fan of. They do go crackly and leaky. I generally stay away from silver micas for everything because they're a bit of a pain in the ass to Divided by 14. Why did I say 14? Divided by 13 just got bought by 2 Rock. Hey, yeah, apparently. That's the word on the street. So it's got some bias adjustments per valve, or is that a bias balance? Oh, it's got two bias presets, right? So it's got 2 power settings, full and half. It's an LDW17/39. So when you're on half power, it's got another bias setting. So you got 2 pots in there. Let's zoom in a bit, eh? So you've got a different preset for each power setting, which is good because often they don't do that. Strange how far apart they've got the output valves there. They've got like one there and one there, miles apart. And it's very strange how closely they put the preamps together. So you've got 3 little preamp valves about 10 mil away from each other, right up that end. Take it easy, Frank. See how close they are? Doesn't matter from heat perspective because they don't generate much heat. Quick look at the top. Ooh, got choke wibbly wobbling. This is another one of those amps that's got a fan on the top, I believe. Or is it LED? Let me have a look. It's got a fan and an LED. There you go. The logo lights up. Divided by 13 amplification, Southern California. Oh, it's got a switch for the fan, so I guess you can turn it off in the studio. It sort of begs the question, why is there one in the first place if you can turn it off? It's got a JJ's GZ34. It's got F&T filters. What have we got there? 50 50, 50 50, 32, 32 32, and a 32 32. Alright. 2 50 50s, 2 dual section 32s. The transformers are labelled divided by 13 PT40 on the power, and divided by 13 OT30. Now they look like, I like this colour of the bell housings. Doesn't make a fuck of a difference, but it's reminiscent of the Wodens. Wonder if this one will ring. Anyway, so I'm going to trace this thing out. It's got Tungsol EL34Bs. And once I've traced it out, I'll do the mains conversion. And maybe a quick service too, just check her over. And some sound samples. Oh, this is odd, look. So if they've got other models that have more valves, they're all jammed down here. It's really strange. I guess there's no massive like problems with doing that, but I want to give them a bit more breathing room and maybe shove these valves a bit further away. Like when you got 100 watt or 80 watt or whatever version, you got the 2 output valves. It's just strange spacing, but I don't know. It works. Whatever. Should be right, mate. We are here. Here we are. Oh, there goes a preamp valve shield. So I'll piss off because it's just going to be me poking my tongue out and drawing on a piece of paper and not really talking. So I'll leave it with you as champion. And we'll catch you on the next one. I might see if we can do one early Saturday morning if I don't go out Friday night. So take it easy, legends. Stay safe if it's bloody stormy as today. It feels like it's going to be. And if you're in the States, you know, it's about that time to get a dog up there. So go do that. Until then, rock on.